Oh, shit. Hey everyone, welcome to today's Program Yourself Thin podcast. Today we are talking about the ultimate weight loss motivation is quality of life. This is really important to understand because a lot of times when it's a dieter, they're really focused on looking better. And looking better can improve your quality of life. But if the way that you're looking better, if the way that you're losing weight makes you miserable, then it's not going to improve your quality of life. Or we at least have to take that piece into account. So, well, I guess what I'm saying is we have to zoom out a little bit and look at your quality of life as a scale almost, right? There's what you're going to get. And on one side, you think, okay, I'm going to look a certain way and people are going to respond to me a certain way and everything's going to be a lot better in that context. And how you're going to look and how other people are going to treat you, that's one side of the equation. And that's usually the only side people focus on. Okay, when we're talking about quality of life, it's both of these things. And so one side's how you're going to look, how people are going to treat you. But the other side is what you need to do in order to achieve those results. And this is the part that most people just ignore. Because if this side makes you absolutely miserable, well, now what happens is your quality of life in some situations gets worse than when you were overweight, not making yourself miserable. I hope this makes sense because this will bring you right to the core reason why you're struggling to lose weight, which is basically you associate more pain to it. So you have to look at the big picture. It's not just the goal weight we want to achieve and why we want to achieve it. We have also got to look at the other side, which is how am I going to achieve it? How's it going to feel to have to achieve it? Because I've asked people over and over the last 20 years, how come you don't want to lose weight? And the main answer I get is that it's too hard. Okay. So if you think it's too hard, then when you think about losing weight, ultimately you think it's going to be a worse quality of life. Yeah, sure, you'll look better. People treat you better. They'll be the benefits you get. But overall, it's worse because it sucks. I don't get my food. I'm always struggling. I'm straining. I'm depriving myself. It sucks. So my quality of life's going down. Imagine subconsciously, if when you think about weight loss, your subconscious mind says, oh, my quality of life's going to go down. Well, now you're not going to want to do it. So how do you make sure the scale is moving in the right direction? How do you make sure that your quality of life goes up? Well, that's where you have to take into account the side of how you're going to achieve your goals and what your goals are. So if we start to look at how could you make your quality of life better, that's a much better question. It's much clearer than just what weight do you want to be? Because what weight do you want to be is only half the equation. Quality of life takes both sides into account. And once you start looking at both sides at the same time, you're able to be much more strategic because now the question doesn't become, how can I lose weight? It becomes, how can I improve my quality of life? And maybe the way you can improve your quality of life is by losing weight. Okay, but how can we lose weight in a way that improves my quality of life? Now, this is the magic question because this is going to force you to have to think differently. You're going to have to change how you think because you cannot improve your quality of life by depriving yourself. You can't improve your quality of life by being keto full time for the rest of your life. Don't believe me? Then why aren't you doing it? Because you don't like it. You're not going to improve your quality of life by water fasting, starving yourself, counting points, counting calories for the rest of your life. That brings your quality of life down. That's why you're not doing it. So it illuminates the core problem you have, which is that you do not know how to lose weight in a way that's relatively comfortable so that you could actually improve your quality of life. It's a profound idea. I don't know if I'm explaining it the right way, but I'm telling you, if you're not taking the actions to lose weight and get to your goal weight consistently, it is simply because when you think about weight loss, you mostly think of it as a reduction in the quality of your life, even if you lost weight. This is why you've lost weight and put the weight back on, because being at that weight was not enough to overcome how shitty it felt to do the things you need to do to lose the weight. So the secret is, how do I lose weight in a comfortable way? How do I lose weight in a way that makes my quality of life go up? And I know you don't have the answers to that, but if you do want the answers to it, I will give it to you. Go click the link in my bio, go listen to the hypnosis session I made for you, watch the video I made for you, and read the emails I send to you, and I'll explain how to do this. So I hope this helps you out. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them. Jen says, hi, Jim. Happy Friday. I hit my goal this morning. It was more anticlimactic than I thought, which I think is a good thing. Now the real work begins. Do I change what I'm doing? Or do I keep eating the same and see if I lose more? Will my body stop at a certain point? Well, who knows? I don't know. You could have, you may have reduced your calories to the exact point to be at the exact weight you want to be. And or you may keep losing weight and then you can start adding more calories in. So I couldn't answer that, and probably you couldn't answer that either. But congratulations, right? Great job. Anticlimactic. Yes, it is anticlimactic. I know no one believes that because everyone builds up the weight loss thing to be this amazing, and it is like, it is in a lot of ways, but it's only amazing if you do it in a way that really works for you. Because if you don't lose weight in a way that works for you, then it's just a whole path of fear because you just know you're not gonna be able to keep it up and you're gonna put the weight back on. So great job, Jen. I'm proud of you. And so do I change what I'm doing? I guess my first question would be, how does it feel to do what you're doing? Where do you think you're at? Were you in a super reduction to lose weight? Were you just in a medium, small reduction to lose weight? So the first thing I want to know is, where am I at? And I would probably stick, if it was me, I would stick with what I was doing probably for a couple of weeks and then see what happened to my weight. If it went down and I didn't want it to go down, I'd add some more calories back in, but now's the fun part, I think. Now's the real fun part, because now you get to really optimize what you're doing. And I don't know, that's the part I've been doing for 30 years. So congratulations. Great job, Jen. Proud of you. Rachel says, love the perspective on quality of life. Yeah. The magic question. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Nara says, kudos, Jen. Yes. All people in the program supporting each other, and you're gonna be able to support each other even more. I got Circle the app coming your way. Will it make it this week? This weekend, maybe, maybe this weekend, but certainly by next week, you all in the program will get first dibs at it. You'll get access to the Circle app, which is it's really cool. And again, I'm letting you know now, I will get you in there. It's a work in progress. I just kind of started it, but I'll get you in there and you can kind of help me, put what's going to be most useful in there. Eventually it will be a free membership. And I won't say membership, but it'll be a free community app. And that's going to be really cool too. So anyone, even if you're not in the program, you'll be able to get in there, and I got a bunch of stuff for you as well. All just free stuff. And you'll be able to connect with other people, kind of on this path, and super, super duper excited about it. So that'll be coming down the pike. Yeah, Jen says, what I'm doing feels totally sustainable. I went out to lunch yesterday with friends and even had a piece of bread. That's awesome. And that's what happens. Again, that's the sweet spot. That's the part that dieters never even imagine, is the idea of living as a thin, healthy person, living in that gray zone, because again, dieters are either living, not thinking about their weight and food at all, or they're just dieting extremely and they never play with the middle ground there. So great job, Jen. Yeah, you can have a piece of bread. You can have an ice cream. You can have a candy bar, whatever you like. You can eat that stuff and still be at your goal weight, folks. When you get everything else in the right way. Yeah. So if it feels sustainable, I would just stick with what you're doing for a couple of weeks and just see where your weight goes. And if it keeps going down, you don't want it to, then you can add calories in. So again, it's just like, it's like if you're looking to balance something, you add a little pebble on. Oh, it's balancing perfect. Oh, now it's too much. I take one off. That's kind of where you're at now, Jen. So great job. Let's see. What's up, Carrie? How's it going? Yes, happy Friday. Oh, Friday. Friday could not come quick enough this week. It was a busy ass week for me. Oh my goodness. So, oh my God, there's been so many things going on with the program. And I appreciate all you too. I know things have not been the easiest. There've been little glitches along the way, but there will be less and less of those as we move forward. Because there's been the last month and a half has been a dramatic transformation in the program. And you haven't even seen a lot of it. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but oh my goodness, it's been a lot. And so I'm so excited as things are kind of finally winding down in a way in terms of that. So yeah, can't wait. What's up, Katie? How's it going? Katie, I got your email. I didn't think you were saying I was bullshit. I never thought that. I just want you to know that I was being confrontational with that voice in your head. That's all. So I did not think that for 1 second that you thought I was, or the program was bullshit. Nikita says, Jim, is there anyone you would recommend similar to this, but for anxiety? Oh, no, there's no one I really would know that would do this, but it doesn't make me think. That's always, I always wonder, always on the edge. That's kind of my goal. I always wonder next year what'll probably happen, specifically through Gym AI, which I'm always flirting with. Will Gym AI be a generalist? Because it's like, for me, am I an anxiety stress relief specialist? Like, not technically, but I am. and it's like, do I know everything about it? No, absolutely not. But do I know a lot about it that could help you? Yeah. And so, that's always the other side of me is like, that's why I always say, I wish those fucking medicines, I wish the Ozempic was legit. You know what I mean? Cause I'd fold up shop. I'd fold up shop with the weight loss and I would go into personal development and I would talk about all different things. And, I struggled with that for so long because I always wanted I wanted to help people with lots of things. But it turns out in life, you really got to zero in on one thing to get results. So, um, I don't know anyone. And I think that's such an important topic. And it is like, that's why I say like, that's one of those things fundamentally, there are certain fundamentals that I can really help people with, relaxation, stress relief, sleeping, habit change, emotional, issues, things like that. So it always bums me out when people have issues like anxiety, because I know I could help you out tremendously. But again, there's only so much time and energy in the day. But at some point, I think Gym AI may be out there for everyone. I was literally flirting with that today. That might be something I put out there eventually where you can literally just work with Gym AI for anything. I will see. But anyways, yeah, so I don't really know. Who do I know? Anxiety? Yeah, I don't know. No one's popping ahead. No, it pops in my head. Christina says, hi, Jim. After yesterday's call, I took my nappy. All right. I took a nap. We were talking about that on the coaching call yesterday, right? It's like taking a nap, especially, I don't know, like people with the naps. There's so much anti-nap bias out there. It's such a funny thing. It's such a funny thing. Yeah, I went through it too. You know what I mean? I had it. I come from immigrants, it's like, oh, work. And I'm a hard ass worker. I really am. Like I'm lazy in one way, but I am a very, very hard worker. Always have been, a very core part of my personality. And so when I started to implement naps, that was the hardest part of napping, was allowing myself to take naps. And, now I'm fine with it. I mean, now I nap all the time, but it's such a funny thing, so great job, Christine. I'm proud of you. Yeah, Julie says the morning hypnosis sessions relieve my anxiety. Oh, okay. I always had anxiety disorder. There you go. I've heard that many, many, many times. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, the way I approach weight mastery, it really is a holistic, comprehensive thing, and so really embedded in the program, without being necessarily the main focus of it, is absolutely stress relief, anxiety relief, relaxation. That is the foundation of the whole program. So while I could literally take this program, I could take 10% out of the program that's just about relaxation, calm, dealing with anxiety, and it would be one of the best anxiety relief programs on the market. I truly believe that, because the entire program is built on the foundation of being relaxed and calm. So yeah, I'm not even surprised, Julie, that I've had so many people have anxiety disorders, been panic attacks, been on anti-anxiety medications, and come off them. I mean, it's just that has been a steady stream. I've heard that regularly. I myself am that person. I was so tense, stressed, anxious. A lot of my own personal work over the last 30 years has been on that. So that's literally always at the fundamental foundational level of this program. But I'm glad to hear that, Julie. Yeah. Yeah. Jen says, very thankful for you in this community. Well, thank you. Yeah. And you're going to love, oh man, the Circle app. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about it. Again, the hard part of my life right now, one of the hardest parts, I've got so much exciting, cool stuff happening that I've got to relax and just, you got to take a little bit at a time, you got to compartmentalize. But this Circle app, I'm so excited to get out there. And like I said, next week, I'll be working on it a lot, getting that ready to go. And maybe even by this weekend for some of my clients, just to kind of get in there and start kicking the tires and seeing how it's working. Yeah, Rachel says the program's helped me with my anxiety, especially being calmer and more relaxed at work. Yeah, exactly. It really is. I mean, it's fundamental. It's a fundamental intrinsic part of the program, because I think, for me, like dealing with your weight is really about dealing with your eating and your behaviors. And it's very difficult to change your behaviors when you're stressed out or anxious. It's very difficult. So I find that once you're able to be in a more calm, relaxed space, naturally you tend to make much better choices and you have access to much more of your personal resources, to create changes. Let's see here. What's up, Ken? Ken says your programs allowed me to relax and make better decisions. Losing weight has just been a plus. That's an awesome way to frame it, Ken. I love that. That's so good. I'm going to take a screenshot of it, but I get these little tabs out of the way. And yeah. I think Ken's right on the money. That's really how I always look at it. Think about it for yourself. If you just naturally knowing whatever when you're calm and relaxed and you're having a good day and everything's kind of cool, you usually make way better food decisions as opposed to when you're stressed or sad or pissed off or angry or depressed or whatever, you know? We don't really eat what we know, we eat what we feel, right? So it's not what you know that's really driving your main eating patterns. It's kind of how you feel in the moment more than anything. So if you focus on relaxing and changing how you feel in the moment, then you kind of by definition, to some degree, you start to change your behaviors, right? And again, your weight just reflects your behaviors over time. That's awesome, Kent, though. And I love that framing. Yeah, because once you're relaxed, again, the weight loss it's way easier, and it's a nice plus. D says, how do you realistically pick a goal weight? Is it BMI chart? How does finding a goal weight start? That question is so magical. And I think that that's the most important question at the very beginning of your weight mastery journey. I think that's such a great question. And I think it's such a great question because most people don't have any idea how to do it. And I mean, honestly, it is almost out without exception. And I've done almost 6,000 private weight loss sessions that every time I say, what do you want to weigh? And they tell me, and I say, why? And then it's just like, I want to be healthier. I want to look better. Wear a bathing suit. There's just nothing there, which I'll tell you a little secret. One of the things I do have planned coming very soon, and this will be for everyone, and this will be free. It'll give you a chance to work with Gym AI for free. And what Gym AI is going to do is it's going to take all of you, if you choose to, it'll take you through a process of choosing the perfect goal weight. Yeah, because most of you don't know how to pick the perfect goal weight. Most of you look at a BMI chart, or you hear what the doctor said, or you imagine what your favorite celebrity weighs, or you think about what you weighed when you were 20, but you have no idea how to pick the right weight. And what do I mean by the right weight? I'm talking about the weight that really, really jazzes you up and motivates you. And most people have no idea how to do this. So it's a great question. And I'll give you a couple of broad strokes anyways in the meantime. I think the secret to choosing the right goal weight is to have a better frame of what your goal actually is. And that's actually what I started this call with. The real goal is not the weight, because the weight's not what you want. The weight is a means to an end, right? Just like money. Money, you don't want money. You want what money gives you. You don't want the weight. You want what the weight gives you, right? So for example, if you got really sick, like really dangerously scary sick, and you lost a bunch of weight, like you're not happy about that. Like you might be, I lost a little weight, but you're nervous, you're scared, you're not happy. So again, weight doesn't define how you feel. It's just a means to an end. So once you understand that, it reveals a lot, because that's what dieters, that's the big mistake dieters make, is they just think that the number is going to make them happy. But if that was true, why did 95% of dieters put the weight back on? If just getting to that goal weight automatically makes you just, I'm happy and I'm excited, I'm motivated, everything's great now, then why do they put the weight back on? You would have to explain that to me. I wouldn't understand. But of course, I don't believe that the weight really makes you happy. I think it's how you achieve the weight that makes you happy. So again, if you have to starve yourself to be a certain weight, your quality of life goes down. So that's the question I would ask. Not how do I pick a goal weight? But the question becomes, what weight would give me the best quality of life? Completely different question. See, how do we pick a goal weight is like what weight's going to make me happiest? I think that's the wrong question. I think we want to ask the question, what weight's going to give me the best quality of life? And once we ask that, we understand there's a number aspect to it. Yes, there's a size component to it. Being who we want to be, there's a physical component to it. That's part of it. But the other part is, what do you have to do to achieve that weight? And so most people that I see are walking around with a whatever number they pick, but they're not willing to do the things it takes to live at that number. And so they're out of balance. And the reason they're not, the reason they're not willing to live at that is because the way they think what they need to do to achieve this weight, they believe is going to reduce their quality of life. And so they don't do it. Why anyone out there who's not actually losing weight, why aren't you eating better? Why aren't you doing whatever plan you think you should? You don't want to. It's hard. It's difficult. It's going to be worse than what it feels like to not do it. That's why you don't do it. So again, the first steps to picking a goal weight is to say, what weight is going to give me the best quality of life? And then we take into account both sides. And that goes deeper into motivation in terms of, why do you want to weigh that? And that's the magic question. I'll tell you that. And you'll quickly find out that you probably don't know what you want to weigh. You don't know why you want to weigh it. You just have some vague ideas you've been thinking of for a long time that don't have much meaning to you. They don't mean much to you. Even though you've been saying the same weight for 50 years, it just doesn't mean much to you. So we need to give your goal weight a lot more meaning. And you'll find that once you give your goal weight more meaning, or once your goal weight's more meaningful to you, you have way more motivation. So it is a process, and it's a process that's trickier than it sounds. I will tell you that. So that's why I am going to allow everyone to use Gym AI to figure out your goal weight. And that's going to be you're going to love it. It's going to be awesome. So I can't wait. And that'll be coming in the next couple of weeks. So Gym AI is nuts. I'm telling you, Gym AI is nuts. It's so awesome. I was looking through some of the stuff it was saying today. It it's weird. Still hasn't not been weird yet. It's an AI clone of me, right? And so it talks like me. There's going to be a video version of me coming up, but right now you can chat with it like text wise, or you can have a phone call with it. It literally sounds like me. It says the same stuff I say, and it says it at the right time. It's crazy. It's modeled on over almost 13 million words that I've done. So it knows what I say to certain questions. It's crazy. It's really awesome. So I can't wait for y'all to get to try that out, because everyone that's tried it out has loved it. It's really great. And that's going to become more and more a central part of Program Yourself. Then that's kind of the plan moving forward too, that it's going to kind of walk you through the program. But having access to this is like having access to me 24/7. It is crazy. So anyways, that's what I would suggest anyways, though, to get started before that comes out. Jen says, I have no idea if this is really my final weight. I thought it probably was a sustainable number. We shall see. Yeah, we shall see. Exactly, Jen. Exactly. You don't know what your goal weight is. And that's what I'm trying to say, I guess, in a subtle way too. You all just pick a number, BMI chart it, which I think is a nice place, by the way. I think BMI chart's a fine reference point, but it's not enough. You know what I mean? Because it's just a number. What's that number mean to you? Oh, it's in the middle of a chart. That's where I should be. Well, that's not a lot of meaning. You have to jazz that meaning up. You got to kind of, magnetize it, sharpen it up. So yeah, so you figured it out, Jen. Exactly. And the goal weight really, again, is that what weight gives me this quality of life? And to the point, let me bring it home. 12 years ago, I put 25 pounds on, right? Very stressful, period of time. And so I dropped 15 pounds right away, but I raised my goal weight by 10 pounds because in that specific time of life, living as cleanly and kind of on point as I needed to be to live 10 pounds lighter, it's not that I couldn't have done it, but it took a lot more effort and energy in that time of my life. And so I said, at this point in my life, the way things are, my quality of life is served better by just carrying an extra 10 pounds on and living this way. Can you imagine? But you never hear anyone talk about that, because that's like one of those things. It's like you have a vague idea of how to choose a goal weight, but you don't really know. You really don't. And I'm telling you, it's a core reason. You can't just choose a weight based on a number. You've got to take into account of what you need to do to achieve it. Don't believe me? Whatever. Nura says, Jim AI speaks German too. I almost fell off my chair the first time it spoke. I know that. It's crazy. That's it is Jim AI in 2025. I'm telling you, it's going to be nuts, because I know for a fact I'm going to release it in a general sense. You'll be able to just buy access to Jim AI. It'll help you with whatever, because everything that's embedded, listen, I'm focusing on weight, right? So it's like, oh, how do I be kind of overweight to being thin and healthy? Well, in order to do that, you need to change your mindset, your lifestyle, your eating, which is another way to say you need to change your mindset. You need to change your behaviors. Two things people don't know how to do, pretty much. And I've spent 30 years dedicated to. So regardless, I'm always talking in the context of weight, but if you want to start a business, right? Same thing, mindset, behaviors, I need to change. I want to improve my relationship. Well, guess what? You got to change your mindset. You got to change your behaviors, what you do. And so it's always the same thing. So a lot of times, yes, I'm talking about weight, but right underneath that, there's a strategy going on here, a generalized strategy that you can really use with anything. So yeah, Jim AI is nuts. It talks any language that you can think. You can write any language. It'll say and talk any language that you speak in, your natural, home language. It's crazy. It is crazy. And it's very exciting for me, because I've always joked, I wish I could clone myself. I've always said this. I wish I could clone myself. I could help so many people. And what do you know? Here we are, 2024. The dream became a reality. All right, too many questions. I'm proud of all you people. I know, like, this is so funny. This time of year, I will tell you, this week historically is the slowest week for people interested in weight loss consistently. So it's funny. It's funny when you all are here. What's up, Santina? I see that. I've lasted longer in this program because I'm comfortable to make the changes until I'm comfortable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you last longer in the program because it's easy. It's an easy weight loss program. I will put this program against any weight loss program on the planet. Like, again, you think of your program that you do, whatever, Weight Watchers, keto, just try and eat better, whatever you think. Okay. And it's like, think how hard it is. And it's hard because your expectation is that you're going to pop into it tomorrow and be 100% perfect with it. Just right from the beginning. And it's like, no, you're not. And then you're going to do it all. And then you're going to stop doing it all. That's what always happens. And so with Program Yourself Thin, you know, the core of it is that, you listen to a 5-minute hypnosis session in the morning and a 10-minute hypnosis session each week. Can you do that? Right? Of course, right? It's easy and it's enjoyable. Very quickly, when you do the hypnosis sessions, you very quickly start to look forward to them because it becomes like, it's like a little mini mind emotion massage, you know, and it feels nice. You start to look forward to it. It starts to set your day off on the right foot. And all you have to do is just sit there and listen. So yeah, it's not too hard to last in this program. You could just compare that to, like, you know, okay, no, I can't have any dessert. No, I can't have any sugar. No flour. I got to change everything in my life all at once. Yeah. Okay. Good luck. So yeah, great job, Santina. I'm proud of you. And yeah, that's a common thing again. Carrie says, I'm so glad I finally joined the program. Excited to continue and learn and make change. Yeah. Great job, Carrie. I'm proud of you. Proud of you for taking action. And like I said, I'm so excited for everyone. I'm telling you, when you see this, this circle app's a game changer in so many ways. And the nudge app's about to be done. I'm so happy with that. I've had this love-hate relationship with this nudge app I've been using, and it's about to get phased out. I'll still be sending you text messages to your phone, but they'll just come straight from, it's just more streamlined. It's awesome. The new circle membership area is so awesome. It's going to be so great. And I'm super excited about it. And for everyone, you know, you don't have to buy anything. You'll just be able to join for free, and you'll be able to access, like, the podcast, the free stuff I give you. It'll all be right there. You'll talk to other people. I'll be popping in there sometimes. And then for the clients, same thing. You'll be able to access everything through there. It's just very streamlined, very organized. You'll see what classes are coming up that week, what coaching calls are coming up that week. You'll be able to click them, go right to them. We'll have discussion groups in each section. So, you know, people that are in the mastery program can talk to other people in the mastery program. People in the Thrive program can connect with the Thrive program people. And it's going to be awesome. Super excited about it. Jen says, we'll be going live on Friday, November 29th. Will I? Maybe. What's it going to be, Black Friday? Will I do an offer for Black Friday? Something crazy? I don't know. Maybe not, though. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes I pull something out of my hat on those days. Will I go live on a Friday? Maybe. I probably will. I might not. I say that now. I don't know. Once I get in vacation mode, we'll see what happened. Oh, nice. She said, yeah, it's okay. Enjoy time with your daughter. Mine comes home tonight. That's awesome. Yeah, have fun with that. Wow, she's coming home tonight. Yeah, I won't see my daughter probably till Wednesday, but I don't care. I get to see her all the time. I'm very fortunate. The whole college thing has worked out better than I could have ever imagined. But yeah, I will say there's a 70% chance I will be here next Friday doing a live, if I had to guess. Yeah, Carrie says, yeah, it helps so much with my anxiety. Yep. Yeah. The hypnosis really does help with anxiety tremendously. Just automatically. Because, I mean, think about it with hypnosis. I know people always think about like the mind piece of it and what's going in your mind and how you're thinking and acting and all that. But the other piece of hypnosis is that every time you go into hypnosis, you're relaxing. You know, you're practicing relaxing your body, breathing more deeply, thinking more calmly, turning your attention inwards. And so all of those things are happening, and those are all skills. And so every time you listen to a hypnosis session, you're practicing relaxation and you're getting better at it. So again, that's just I don't say it's a side effect. I mean, it's really the main effect, but people just, I don't know, for some reason, they always overlook that piece, but it's very powerful, as you can imagine, because you're all stressed out, right? If you're an American, you're a stressed out person probably. So learning to relax and deal with, kind of counteract that is just got tremendous benefits. Another thing I have for you all too, actually, is as And I wanted to deliver this through the Circle program. I may deliver this to the Circle program next Monday. We'll see. But I'll have a free Thanksgiving training for you. For everyone. This will be for everyone if you're on my list. So make sure you're on my list. If you're not on my list, go to my bio, click the link at the hypnosis session. You're on my list. There, good. And what I will do is I will send you probably Sunday. Everyone will get this. You'll get it's a little training on 5 steps to thrive during Thanksgiving. And there'll be a hypnosis session that goes with it. And I'm just giving that to everyone. So if you want that for free, just make sure you sign up. Will I give it out through Circle? Maybe. I might. See how much work I do today and tomorrow. And we'll see what goes on there. Sarah says, how to stop binge eating. You don't stop binge eating, you resolve it, if that makes sense. Because stopping binge eating is really the idea that you're going to use your willpower and just stop yourself from doing it. But of course, that doesn't fix the core problem that created the binge eating in the first spot. So we need to really understand why you're binge eating in the first place. And it's usually because you're over restricting and getting too hungry. You're getting really emotional and don't know how to deal with them. And you're turning to food to deal with it. And or it's just a habit. And it could be a combination of all 3 of those. So the first step is not just to stop it. It's to understand your patterns. You probably have a couple different binge eating patterns and you want to start to understand them. And once you understand them, then you can come up with more strategic solutions for how to deal with them and resolve them. So I hope that makes sense. Queen Victoria, how's it going? I've struggled my whole time in the program to remember the morning hypnosis. You have? Aren't you getting the emails? Well, Queen Victoria, let me know if you want. I literally just set up the new if you want straight to your phone, like you should have been getting straight to your phone messages. So I'm curious why it was a struggle. Because every morning you were getting the messages, right? From the Nudge app. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't, maybe you still struggled. But if you want to reset that now, like I said, I that's all set up now. So if you want to do that, shoot me an email and with your phone number, and I can put that in there and start getting reminders. If for some reason you weren't getting them, and if you were getting them and still struggling, I'd love to hear why. Don says, I'm looking forward to the text message. Do you have our numbers already? I do not. That's a great question, Don. Yes. And that's another one coming out in the next couple of days. People that are clients, will all get an email with the opportunity to put your phone numbers in. And once you do that, then you can get text messages for the morning sessions if you want from the program. And the big thing with the texting is that your Gym AI is going to be using a lot of texting. So you will regularly get messages from Gym AI kind of checking in with you. It's going to be a game changer. I already know that. But yeah, I got to get your phone numbers first. I won't be sending like Thrive reminders through text. I don't believe. We'll have to figure that part out. We'll see. But yes, I will get those, Don. So you'll get a thing. And I saw what you said, Don. I will look for extras. I don't know if I have any, but if I did have any extras, they're like from 6 years ago. So I don't know if you'd still want that. I know I had extras of those workbooks somewhere. Yeah, Carrie says, I think I may have to set an alarm or reminder. Y'all not getting reminders? That was kind of a key part of the program. You should be getting reminders from the Nudge app. Are you guys using you get an email every morning though with a message at least? But I know that's why I do the text things. I know a lot of people don't really, they're not like me. I'm on my email a million times a day, but that's why the text thing's there. So again, anyone who's in the program, if you want to get text message reminders in the morning at like 5 a.m. every morning, just automatically, just shoot me an email with your phone number, because I might not have it yet, and I can set you up with that. That's all ready to go. So yeah, you'll get information about that over the next couple of weeks anyways, if you choose to do that. But yeah, because I want to take as much, I want just to work automatically for you. Miss Independent, how's it going? Carrie says, should I wait for a Circle or start using Nudge? No more Nudge. There's no more Nudge. So that is literally that's got 2 weeks left. And so I got 2 weeks to kind of move people that are in Nudge, get them set up with the text. And it's better. It's cleaner. It's better. And so yeah, Carrie, just shoot me a message, shoot me an email, and I'll set you up with the text messages. So you'll start getting the messages in the morning automatically. And then Circle will be something that will come in a day or two. Oh, okay, Queen. Yeah. I got you, Victoria. Yeah. So the text reminders, yeah, they stopped months ago. I got you. Okay. Yeah. Shoot me an email and I'll set you up. You'll start getting them tomorrow, or I don't know if it's a day or two it takes to get them started. But yeah, that's all set up, and it's, oh, man, it feels so good. That's part of it. I will tell you, like, that's the streamlining of my business, and getting rid of that Nudge app was one of the greatest things on the planet. But it was, God, what a tangled web. So that's what I mean. Like, it's just all that's kind of getting, finally, the dust is settling from all that. And it's just very exciting. It's easier for me. It's a better streamlined experience for you. It's just clearer. It's easier. Everything's optimizing, and it's wonderful. KT says, I get the emails and the Nudge app reminders both. Maybe they don't have notifications turned on. Yeah, I bet that's what it is, actually. Again, another reason why, I can't just wait. I'll just text you, and then texting's texting, so it's just like all the text. So it's just every time, that's what I realize in my life. I'm always adding like unnecessary extra levels to things. And that Nudge app was one of them. It seemed like a good idea at the time. But hey, what do they say? Good judgment's the result of bad judgment. So anyways. All right, here's okay. Yeah, you two just send me, or anyone who's on here that wants that, just shoot me the thing. Carrie says, I'm so proud of myself for not waiting till the first of the year. Me too, Carrie. I'm super proud of you. That's why I will probably do something Black Friday wise, just to nudge people into not sitting out goddamn December. Please don't sit out December. And I get it. I know, like, most people, I always, you've heard me say this probably, but I always joke that Program Yourself Thin is the only weight loss program you start on a Friday. But I joke, it's also the only program you start during the holidays. And the reason you can do it during the hholidays, because when you think of dieting during the holidays, it's like, oh my God, I can't enjoy myself, right? I can't eat the foods I like, and it's too hard. I don't want to do it. Program Yourself Thin, you're going to enjoy the holidays more. You're going to be more relaxed, more calm. You're naturally going to make better, healthier choices. You may or may not lose weight necessarily, depending on how your holidays look, but you'll be more relaxed, more calm. You'll start working on implementing healthier habits and mindset concepts, so that, maybe you even just maintain, but you start setting a nice relaxed foundation and a mindset foundation for you to really step in the new year and thrive. And you start to change in your mind that bullshit of waiting till January 1st, which never works. You got it. When things don't work, you've got to do something different. And, again, Program Yourself Thin is the easiest different thing to do. Nura just hit the nail on the head. Oh, shit. Nura said, December is actually a perfect time to start. No better month to practice. Agreed. And especially like when you really wrap your head around why Program Yourself Thin is so different, because it's not about changing everything at once. It's about doing exactly what you're doing, but doing it a bit better than you did it. So it's not about being perfect during the holidays. It's about being better during the holidays than you were last year in a comfortable, sustainable way. So that next year comes around, then you can be even better. You know what I mean? And the year after that, and that's what it's all about. And I think that's a much better strategy and philosophy for success than, the fairy tale that you're going to, I'm going to ignore December, eat like shit, and then January 1st is going to come, and then I'm going to be perfect. It's like, stop bullshitting yourself. That never works. It's never worked, and it's never going to. Yeah. Yeah, Carrie, how's that worked out for me? Yeah, it doesn't work out for anyone. It's to wake the fuck up. You can't keep doing the same thing. Well, you can, but it's like, it's pretty obvious. You get the results you get because you do the things you do. And if you keep waiting, if for the last 20 years, you've checked out in the end of November and then check back in January 1st, well, how have your results been? So why not do something different? And again, it's not even about, let me start struggling and depriving myself during the holidays. It's not that at all. It's about, let me start relaxing and calming down and thinking better thoughts during the holidays. Well, that's appealing to me. User 554 says, I struggle with figuring out what my goal weight should be. How can I pick a healthy weight for me? See, I knew it. I just literally just got this question 15 minutes ago. And this is why literally Gym AI, you're all going to get, what'll happen is you'll probably get like 24-hour access to it, right? Because it does cost me a bit of money to have this thing. Okay. So it's like, but I'll give it to you for like 24 hours. It's kind of a one purpose use. Okay. So what this Gym AI will help you do is choose the perfect weight. Cause again, I just kind of went through what the pieces are, but it's, even if I give you the pieces, it's hard to do it on your own. It's that simple. You all don't know how to pick your perfect weight. Again, you might pick the perfect, physical weight. And for that, all you need is the BMI chart. If you're, typical size and height and all that stuff, you're not a bodybuilder or, a little person or whatever the right word is, then the BMI charts, there you go, pick that. But it's obviously there's more to it than that, isn't there? Because you've looked at the BMI chart and that number hasn't done it for you. It hasn't motivated you enough to get there. So we need to give our goal weight a lot more meaning, and most people have no idea how to do this. So I will give you the quick version of it is that the goal weight you pick is the weight that gives you the best quality of life. And so we're not just looking at the number and the size you're going to be, but we look at what you need to do to achieve and live at that number. And we need to balance them out. What gives us the best return on investment between those two? That's the answer. But again, it's a little harder to figure it out than just that. And because I've done this, this is one that's always the first thing when I have a client. That's the very first thing we're going through, right? What's your goal weight? What's the goal? And so it's been shocking. I work with very, very successful, intelligent people, and without fail, no one ever has a good answer for that. Never. And we always have to do a lot of work on that. So anyways, Jimmy, I'll help you do that. And just having that alone, you're going to feel the difference. It's crazy when you have a real congruent goal that you really, really want. I can almost guarantee you've never had it. You always have a goal that you pick, but it doesn't increase your quality of life. You're like, oh, I want to weigh that, but I hate what I have to do to weigh that. So you imagine the weight you want to be, but subconsciously you imagine your quality of life going down. That's why you're not starting your diet. That's why you're not losing weight. Because when you think about losing weight, you always have this pain pleasure scale in your mind. And in your mind, you think it's going to be more painful than the pleasure. It'll be great to lose the weight, but the pain of having to eat that way and live that way is greater in your mind. And that's why you don't do it. That's number one reason. Number one reason, which brings me back to you weigh what you want to weigh. You absolutely weigh what you want to weigh. You're not motivated to lose weight. Yes, you want to lose weight, but you want to keep eating and living the way you're living more. And that's exactly what you're doing. And that's why. And so we gotta kind of change that equation a bit. And to be honest, it's hard to do on your own. You have no idea how to do this. You've never learned how to set your goal weight. That's why I hear this. I constantly get asked that question, which is a crazy thing if you think about it. Don't you think that's crazy, folks? How long have you all been trying to lose weight? 10, 20, 30, 40 years? How many diets have you tried? How many times you tried a diet? And here you sit 10, 20, 30, 40 years later, and you can't even tell me what your goal weight is and why. Ay. That's fucking crazy. Which is just to prove the point. I mean, you have no idea. I don't want to sound negative, but again, weight loss wise, you literally have no idea what you're doing. And you think you do, but you have no idea. Because you can't even answer the question, what's your goal weight? Why? I rarely get a good answer to that. You know? Flesher Face says, I was so relaxed yesterday. I ate half the box of chocolates my friend sent me for Thanksgiving. I'm right back at it today. Fair enough. That can happen too, right? Sometimes we can still overeat even when we're relaxed. But even when we eat when we're relaxed, though, it's a different experience, I will say. And it does kind of lend to getting back on track quicker. But I get it. It does happen. KT says, same here. I've just gotten even fatter if I waited until January, knowing me. Yeah, of course, right? That's what everyone does. I'll just wait. I'll wait till January and then just go wild. You know, it's they need to have a counterpoint with dieters. They always have that phrase, the what the hell effect. And that's for people that are actively dieting. As soon as they screw up, they just what the hell, and they just go way off track. But they need to have another version of that precedes the diet. Right. So it's like, I'm going to start my diet on Monday. I'm going to start my diet on January 1st. And that we need a phrase for that period of time right before that. Right. It could be what the hell too. Right. I guess it's what the hell what the hell, you know, but it's so such a mindset, isn't it? That they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to start on January 1st. And so now it's like, oh my God, watch out. You know how much food people can eat during that time. And then, you know, they're on a diet and they screw us. Oh, what the hell, who cares? And then they eat a lot of food there. So yeah, you know, but again, hey, listen, I'll be here for you January 1st too. So I know the majority of you, well, that sounds good, Jim, but I'm still going to wait. I get it. So I will be here January 1st and whatever. But again, if you really want to send your subconscious mind a powerful signal, do something different this year, you know, but yeah, there you go. Yeah. Carrie says it's not about deprivation. It makes small changes to add up in the long run. Yes, of course. That's what makes sense. Right. Yeah, Dawn says, I'm totally doing the goal weight tonight. Yeah, exactly. And Dawn, it's already working. It was so funny. I was thinking to myself yesterday, last night, I was taking a shower where all the good ideas come from. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to set up Gym AI to work with everyone for free to set their goal weight. I'm like, that's going to be cool. And then I was looking through some of the Gym AI stuff today, and literally someone had asked, how do I choose my goal weight? And I was like, okay, let's see what Gym AI wrote. And I was like, oh, damn, that's exactly what I would have said. And so this Gym AI that you'll have access to, everyone will specifically be designed to help you get to the deeper levels of why you want to weigh that. What your goal weight is, and why you want to weigh that. And you're going to love it. And it's going to be awesome. So anyways, yeah, that'll be coming. And of course, Don, yeah, you can use that now. And use it now. And then once I set the other gym what I'm saying is I'll set up like another gym AI. I set up different versions of them to do different stuff. The one you have access to, Don, does everything. Okay. But this one here will specifically be for figuring out goal weight. So use the one that you got access to now, Don. And then when I set the official one up, it may work a little bit better and you can test that one out too. But yeah, it's really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Rachel said that too. I'm totally doing the goal weight with the gym AI. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. Like, that's one of those things. It's so exciting for me because I will tell you, there are things that are harder to do. There are harder things to do on your own. Like there just are. And that's why Gym AI is so great, because it kind of helps you get you out of your normal way of thinking, right? Kind of get you outside of the box, that you normally think in. So yeah, I know that's gonna be a good one. User 554, can you have a good quality of life and still be 20, 30 pounds overweight? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And to be honest, a lot of people, that's exactly where their best quality of life is. I'm just being honest with you. Because again, I was thinking this the other day. Dieters are so funny, right? So let's just say they want to lose 50 pounds. Let's just pick 50 pounds. And so they've been saying that 50-pound weight loss goal for decades at this point. And I will say to them, how would you feel 25 pounds the way there, halfway to your goal? Nah, I want to be 50 pounds lighter. And there's this weird thing with dieters where they just keep saying their goal weight, and anything, even what if you lost 40 pounds? Nah, it'd be good. It'd be better, but nah. And it's like, people have it's so weird. I can't even explain this, but dieters are crazy for this, that they're like, if it's not the exact number they say, which is usually way too low anyways. And when I say way too low, what I mean, you're not willing to do what it takes to live that low. Dieters are big old babies, immature babies. No, I want to weigh this. Okay, well, you got to eat like that. I don't want to eat that way. Okay, well, then you can't be that weight, but I want to be that weight. Well, then you got to eat this way. I don't want to eat that way. Well, then you're not going to be that weight, but I want to be this weight. That's a dieter in a nutshell, in my experience. And so, yeah, a bunch of babies. So you got to get clear on what your goal weight is and what you're actually willing to do. It's like saying, I want to be a millionaire. All right, we got to work a little harder. I don't want to work harder. Well, then you can't be a millionaire. But I want to be a millionaire. This is good. But that's what you dieters are always doing. So yeah, you can absolutely be 20, 30 pounds overweight and have a wonderful quality of life. And so again, BMI chart wise, I think this is important to understand, because the BMI chart for a lot of people feels like, holy shit, that weight to be that smack dab in the middle of normal weight feels like, oh my God. And so there's plenty of evidence right now that people ideal weight, right smack dab in the middle of the normal weight, halfway up to about being overweight, what that's considered in the BMI chart. I've seen a lot of evidence that health wise, you're fine. Now, again, everyone's different, everyone's unique. Okay. But, once you start getting towards obesity, now there's a lot of, correlation with diseases and all sorts of issues. But being halfway into the overweight category is, I have not seen a lot of evidence that that's necessarily going to have a lot of ill effects on your health. So yeah, for a lot of people, that's a sweet spot. That's like what I was saying. Like when I was carrying extra 10 pounds around, it's if your life, if you can easily live 20 pounds. So let's just say you're 50 pounds overweight and you say, that's too much. You know what I mean? I'm trending towards obese. I don't like this. I don't feel good. And you drop 25 pounds. Right now you're 25 pounds overweight, but you're 25 pounds lighter. You're 50% lighter than you were, or 50 pounds, less overweight, and 50% healthier. You know what I mean? With the weight functions there. And so, yeah, and it might be a nice quality of life, and it's easy and it's comfortable for you, and that's where you can stay. And I think that's what I'm trying to say. And I know it's a hard thing for people to kind of tap their head into, because they want to be giving a number. They want to, no, this is right. This is right. But no one can tell you that, because it's your choice. And as long as you're within a range that's a relatively healthy range, which would be, your ideal weight up to about halfway up to overweight, it's just personal preference at that point. Ben says, any tips for stopping food noise? It's 24/7 for me. Yeah, I mean, food noise, again, that's something I've been dealing with for 30 years personally, because to my mind, everything's food noise. Everything's your internal dialogue, what you're thinking, what you're saying to yourself. That's literally everything I focus on. And no one ever talks about that. Food noise is the phrase of the year because of the medicines. Oh, it just cuts the food noise down. Well, it does it artificially, but there's a lot of natural ways to cut your food noise down. And so, physically, the first thing you can do to cut the food noise down is to eat more whole natural foods, less processed, ultra processed foods. But then mentally, mindset wise, is to start to turn your attention inward, start to relax, and start to pay attention to what you say to yourself, and then start to implement better things to say to yourself. And I know it's an unsatisfying answer because that's a big in-depth question. What I would suggest is that you go to my bio, click the link, get the free hypnosis session, but watch the video I made. I think if you watch the video, you'll get a better sense of how your mind really works. And you might have a little bit more insight into how to deal with food noise. But again, food noise is crucial to get a handle on. Let's see. Creepy Story says, you're a handsome man. All right. Well, thank you. User 554, can you tell us why you chose your goal weight? Yeah. Okay, great. So why did I choose my goal weight? So I started with there's context here, right? So I got because of this. I wish I could just do that, but it's a much more layered thing. But I'll give you the quick version. Is that for me? First off, 30 years ago, I remember reading a study that they tested mice, and the mice that were they overfed them, regular fed them, underfed them, and the ones that were slightly underfed lived the longest. And that always went in my head. Now, my father died when he was 54 of a heart attack, so that's important for here. I was 50 pounds overweight, and so I was always nervous that I was going to have a heart attack with my dad. That's on my mind since I was 9 years old. A primary thought. So for me, when I was choosing my goal weight, and then I read that study, I did look at the BMI chart, and I was like, medically, that's probably the safest place for me to be, because I'm probably an outlier. Not only whatever the weight says, but my dad died at 54 of a heart attack. That makes me an outlier. That's why you go to the doctor and say, did either your parents die yet? Yes. Oh, well, from what? Heart. Okay. Well, that put you on track, a different path, And so in my mind, I was like, okay. And it turned out to be true. I got high cholesterol. I'm practically a vegan. And so it's just my genetics, you know what I mean? Didn't set me up for success cardiovascularly. And so for me, I've had that motivation that my goal weight really primarily is about me living past 54, being alive as long as I can. Now, for me, that really resonates with me because my dad died at 54 of a heart attack. The biggest trauma and pain I've ever experienced in my life is my main motivation. I was 9 years old. I can still feel that pain. And I do not want to do that to my kids. And this is before I even had kids. I'm like, I don't want to do this. So that was a big part of the motivation, pain-wise. But then there was the flip side. If I said, I want to live as long as I can, I want to be the most energized, happiest, healthiest version of myself that I can be. And in order to be that version of myself, I feel like I need to be in this weight range. I never picked a specific number so much. It was more of a range. I want to be in this range because I think this range sets me up to live the longest. And this range sets me up to be the best version of myself possible. And so that was kind of the that was kind of the broad strokes of it. And then I started focusing on my mindset, my lifestyle, my eating, and optimizing those things. And as I started getting better and better at those, that kind of informed what weight I wanted to live at, which one was kind of most comfortable for me, which again is why I say at one point in life, when things got just crazy, we moved into a new house, redid the whole thing. I'm running a business. I had a brand new baby who wasn't sleeping well. So there's a ton of stress. And so it was harder to live my clean lifestyle, have my clean mindset and my clean eating. And so in that situation, again, I raised my goal weight. So my goal weight is not this static thing. It's something that's flexible and relative to the situation I'm in, you see? And so, again, that's kind of a simple answer to it, but there's even a lot more to it than that, but that's kind of it. And I slept very badly this night and I have cravings. What to do? Yeah, it's challenging. I guess the first thing I would do is realize that sleeping has a huge impact on your cravings, and honor and work on and develop your ability to sleep better, because that's going to help you lose weight most likely. Once you have the cravings and you had a shitty night's sleep and there it is, cravings, you could drink more water. You can have cravings, but you can still just eat healthier stuff. You can grab a piece of an apple, a banana. You can still eat something healthy. And then that might help mitigate the cravings. And then tonight, go to bed earlier and see how you feel tomorrow. Jen says, I think I'm at the low wind of overweight with where I'm at now, but I never thought I'd be here, so I'll take it. Yeah, exactly, Jen. Yeah, that's exactly it. So, and that's what it is too. Again, that's another piece I will tell you, that my weight, my weight, like I had a weight that I picked. It's what I guess I was trying to say. I didn't really explain this part, but so I picked my weight that I wanted to be at, and I got kind of close to it. And then I got better. I got optimized how I was thinking, living, and eating, and it got easy for me to maintain that weight. And then I was like, oh, do I want to drop a couple more pounds? Let me see how I feel. And so it was easy for me to do that. And I dropped the weight. Again, this is over time, but so I dropped the weight a little more. I was like, how do I feel? How do I feel doing it? How do I feel, living this way? And at one point I got to a point where I was underfeeding and underweight, and I didn't feel great. And I definitely didn't feel good mentally and emotionally living that way. So I kind of cranked it back up a little bit. So what I did is I experimented. I experimented with how I felt at that weight and how it felt to live at that weight, took those into account, and then I adjusted. And, now here I sit, just kind of coasting along at this weight that I feel really good at. I love the weight I live at. And if I gained 5 more pounds, it wouldn't really matter to me, but my weight just stays here because my mindset, lifestyle, and eating are kind of locked in a certain way, and it kind of keeps me at a certain weight. And that's where I sit in front of you today. Now, I don't know, as I get older, things may change, and I may, all of a sudden I might be like the way I'm living right now and the way I'm eating and everything right now, maybe my metabolism slows down and I start putting weight on. And now I'll have to ask the question, do I want to drop the weight back down? Is there a benefit to that? What it's going to take for me I'll have to reduce the calories I'm bringing in. Is that worth the weight reduction at this point? Or do I even care about that extra weight? Is that fine? And I'm just going to keep living the way I'm living. I don't know. I'll decide. So I will tell you, the last 5 pounds I didn't intend to lose. What happened is I was getting so focused. I was dialing in my lifestyle piece so much. The last 5 pounds I lost just came off automatically. I didn't even try and lose them. I was surprised when I stepped on the scale and noticed it happened. And that's because my lifestyle got so kind of dialed in that happened. So again, what I'm trying to say though, is that it's a more complex concept than people make it out to be. People just think again, they're just arbitrarily picking a number usually, and it doesn't have a lot of meaning to them. So you got to give it meaning. All right, everyone, I got to get out of here. So if you're not in my world, make sure you get it in my bio, click the link at the hypnosis session, watch the videos. Do I drink alcohol? Yes, I drink on the weekends. Used to be a binge drinker. Got a handle on that a long time ago, but I consistently drink frequently, little amounts most of the time. During the week, drink a little much sometimes, but now it's pretty dialed in. Usually Friday and Saturday night, I'll have a couple drinks. So yeah, and you can drink alcohol and lose weight, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, so go to my bio, click the link at the hypnosis session, get in my world, get my email list if you want that Thanksgiving training I'm going to be giving out. This here, if you ever want to get on here, ask some questions. I'm on here every Monday through Friday, usually around noon Eastern. If you miss it and you want to watch it, it's a podcast, Program Yourself Thin. You can go listen to that. And yeah, stay tuned. There's a lot of cool things happening. The Circle app will be coming out to clients this week or early next week. And then to everyone, probably a week or 2 away from now. So it'll be a cool way to kind of all stay connected. So I'm excited about that. So all right, have a super duper weekend, and we'll talk soon. Bye, everyone.